Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs and welcome back to the Skyblock Survival Guide. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today, I've done a little bit of enchanting off camera, got myself that enchanter advancement. I was trying to get a couple more enchantments on certain things. I want to combine these two bows, but I was really looking for an infinity bow, sadly. Lots of lapis though, trading that with the clerics, and I managed to get Unbreaking 2 on a book that I was able to put on my elytra, so I'm a little bit more secure about using my elytra, which is good, because the start of today's episode I want to spend answering a frequently asked question from the previous episode. But Pixlriffs, what about the secret room in the Woodland Mansion? I honestly got this question a lot on the survival guide episode that was about these woodland mansions as well, and it seems like a lot of people think that I forget these secret rooms are there. That's not entirely the case. I just don't rely on them being there, because more often than not, the secret rooms in this place are ultimately a little bit of a disappointment. As I turn the corner around here, we should head up to this next floor of the mansion, and it's usually at the top of these stairs here where you find a secret room hidden behind the illager face that is carved out of wool in the top corner here. So let's see if we can break out of here. I may as well just break through the wall here. Let's go around the side and let's see what this secret room has. Yep, it turns out that behind that pillager face all along is just one of these bedrooms, which we explored later in the episode. And if you're not certain exactly where we are right here, there is the wool of one of the pillager's eyes. It turns out this room behind here was behind the pillager face all along, and that we shouldn't trust anything about these faces, because sometimes they do have a secret room behind them with obsidian and diamond blocks and stuff, but if you haven't seen that from the outside, it's probably not going to be there in the first place. However, I did take a quick look around off camera to see if I could find a secret room in this place, and it turns out there is one, and it's behind the wall of this room here. The clue that you can actually get to finding these places is a fairly specific thing. If you see a room on the top floor that does not have windows, if it's got that pattern in the wall right there, that kind of cross shape carved out of the wood, out of dark oak logs, that is more than likely a secret room, because that's the internal walls of the mansion, meaning that there is a room behind here. Right now, I think it's pretty much flooded with mobs, so let's see if we can take out some of those before we end up going in there. Give or take a couple of creepers, I think we might be in the clear. So as you can see right here, this secret room does not contain a whole bunch of stuff either. On occasion, you will find a chest underneath one of these windows, and these windows kind of have this plus-shaped thing over the glass, so if you see one of these from the outside, chances are you'll find this room hidden somewhere in the mansion, but the secrets in this room are actually above the ceiling. In fact, if we end up taking out the ceiling here, there we go, we are right underneath one of the loot chests, which in this case contains a diamond chest plate. That's not too bad, I guess. Kind of cool if we found that, but I've got a diamond chest plate, and I even had it with me in that episode enchanted thanks to some of my villagers, so really not the best loot in the world. Let's try this opposite end, which should also have a chest tucked away behind this block. And we didn't get anything really important there. We got 2 more music discs, which I already have, a handful of gunpowder, and some beetroot seeds. So that's really all you can expect to find in woodland mansions when they have this type of secret room. Just a couple of loot chests at either end of an attic space with nothing really exciting behind them. And that right there is why I don't really bother with these woodland mansion secret rooms all that much. More often than not, it's a bit of an anti-climax. In fact, in all of my time raiding woodland mansions in Minecraft, I think I've only ever seen that diamond block secret room twice. And I've been playing this game long since before the woodland mansions were added in update 1.10 or whatever it was, so I'm pretty certain I've seen my share of woodland mansions, and you can't rely on those secret rooms being there. If you get one, congratulations, but if this Skyblock map is the same for everybody, you're probably going to find the same loot that I do as well. And personally, I am much more excited about taking down these bookshelves and getting all of the books from inside here, because not only are they enchantment fodder, they are also a trading resource for trading with librarians, and right now, getting a whole bunch of emeralds is going to be a pretty good idea. So I'm going to scavenge all of the library books I can from this place before I make my way back to the central island. There we go, 5 stacks of books in the bank, very happy with that, and hopefully we'll be able to get a Depth Strider book one of these days, because I don't appear to have Depth Strider on my boots right now, and I need Depth Strider on my boots right now so that we can take on the Ocean Monument, which is another feature of this map that I am quite keen on heading out to, so I can get Prismarine, because Prismarine is always a super fun building block to have, and I want to be able to get as many different resources as we can in Skyblock, especially if we want to build a little bit more while we're out here. So I think I'll be doing a little bit of that, and today I think I might get an automatic smelter set up, because I've been smelting stuff in these 4 furnaces for a little while. I've been getting a little bit of smooth stone here and there, some natural stone, and I kind of want to get a little bit more of that en masse so we can do some more building and we can make more houses and get some more materials like that. And I think while obviously we don't have a huge amount of room to build, it will be nice to acquire a lot of the stuff. So I think over here is probably a good place to start an auto smelter. We've got a decent flat platform over here where the sugarcane farm used to be before we upgraded it to that. And I think this seems like a good place to set up a larger array of furnaces. While we do have a decent amount of space to experiment, I don't think this needs to be anything out of the ordinary. The one thing I do want to do is we'll put an output chest over here somewhere. I want to make sure we have the ability to lock the hoppers that are going to go underneath these furnaces, because then we'll be able to isolate each one of them using, say, redstone torches, for example, and we'll be able to use this as a bit of an XP farm, because furnaces will, of course, store the XP contained within them until you collect it by collecting an item manually out of the smelted item slot. And so, yeah, if we put some furnaces along the top here and have them each isolated with a redstone torch, we're going to end up having a system which we can use as a sort of XP farm whenever we want to. I'm not necessarily going to rely on that, and there are lots of other great ways of getting XP in this Skyblock world. We could probably set up a Guardian farm, an Enderman farm. We've got the Nether mob spawner as well if we want that, but I think for now it's going to be nice to have a variety of options. Now we've got everything in place, we can remove these blocks here and then place them along the front here, and it should be possible, I think, if we put redstone torches on the opposite side of these, to just put levers on the front and isolate each of the redstone torches individually. Let's give that a quick try. So this is the plan, right? We'd put a redstone torch underneath here on the back of each one of these blocks, and then if I switch this one on, yep, that turns on and off that redstone torch. So if we go down the line, applying levers to each of these blocks, we'll have to move some of the torches around. But with all of the levers down, like so, that turns off the redstone torch, enabling the hoppers to transfer items into this chest here. But if we want to isolate any of these furnaces, all we really need to do is switch on the lever in front of it, which enables just one redstone torch, locking the hopper and allowing items to be collected from the furnace. Nice and straightforward, nice and simple, nothing too flashy, but it means we're able to get XP output from these furnaces if we want it. The furnace array itself, of course, is not going to be anything too special. It's just going to be a fairly standard thing with hopper minecarts or chest minecarts delivering items and fuel to the furnaces, and this row of hoppers just dumping everything in the chest afterwards. Not too bad. We need to make a few powered rails for the top there, but outside of that, there shouldn't be much more work we need to do. And a short time later, after a little bit of blaze rod and gold farming, we have ourselves a working super smelter set up. All I've got to do is pop a chest minecart there and a chest minecart there. We've got 2 sections of powered rail, which will need powering thanks to this bone block section. Yes, these are all bone blocks. By the way, the skeleton count in the nether mob spawner is kind of off the charts, and so I decided that I would build a few things out of bone blocks just to condense down the amount of bones I had. I ain't got no need for all that bone meal, so instead we are using bone blocks for this, and I think if I hop up here, I'll be able to power both sets of powered rails without having to worry about locking all of the hoppers. Just need to put some redstone current here, and yes, that activates both sets of powered rails, leaving these 2 powered rails here and here untouched, because they are separated from the rest of the rail by a single piece of unpowered rail. And with that and a couple more levers, I should now be able to activate both of these with individual levers. And oh, that has just switched the orientation of that track. Let's see if we can get that fixed up. Once we've got the rails back in place, though, this should actually be a nice easy fix. I think the only thing I will need to do is power this block here, that one there, instead of the one behind it, because I think powering that block was causing this section of track to switch orientations, the way that rail can actually be reoriented for junctions by redstone current. So hopefully that should now be okay, and that can continue on over the top of the track there, and then this one can be activated separately without having to mess with the track orientation. Let's give that a quick try. Looks like that's working fine. Yep, great stuff. Okay, so now we have fuel input and smelting item input as well. This should be all ready to go. First thing I want to do is get all of the blaze rods going in. We've got 8 stacks of blaze rods, which should hopefully end up more or less evenly distributed amongst all of these furnaces. And then I'm going to grab some cobblestone from our cobble generator, which is currently deactivated. Didn't want to produce too much cobble in the background. This double chest over here is already full, pretty much. So let's grab a bunch of that we can smelt down into smooth stone. And blaze rods will smelt 12 items per rod, which is more than coal does. And it's a little bit less than stuff like kelp blocks, but it should prove a pretty reliable fuel source. Alright, I think we've got enough fuel loaded into each one of these. The fuel line is still inputting. Let's get the cobblestone started and look at those smelters light up. Great stuff. The furnaces are receiving items and it's all being pretty evenly distributed throughout, which means we have ourselves an auto smelter and we get smooth stone coming out of this constantly. That's going to be very, very useful for future build projects. While that's merrily smelting away, let's come back up here and see if we can get Depth Strider on a book or maybe even a set of diamond boots if we need to. I think it might be better trying the boots first, otherwise we're going to find ourselves getting a lot of enchantments that I don't really want. And we could disenchant the books, but I lose levels every time doing that. So let's see if we can grab a set of diamond boots from one of my armorers. Alright, that would be you. No, you're the toolsmith. Which one is the armorer? This guy at the end with the goggles, isn't it? Yes, okay, 25. Are you kidding me? I only brought 24 emeralds with me. Oh well, time to hop over here and trade some books to a librarian real fast. There we go, 25. And then hopefully we should be able to get a set of boots. And we still haven't zombified these guys, but at this point, it's not really worth it to grind for emeralds too much. I think we've got a decent set of boots there, and we should be able to disenchant these with a grindstone and hopefully aim for Depth Strider 3 on the boots. To be honest, I would go for feather falling at this point as well. Let's see what we get. Oh, those are already enchanted. You're right. Yeah, we need to do the grindstone step quickly first, and Depth Strider 3 instantly. Yes. Oh, that's great. Great stuff. Now let's see what else we got here. Piercing comes up way too much. I never use crossbows. Unfortunately, piercing, not the enchantment for me, but no worries. We got ourselves Depth Strider boots, which means we can go and take on that ocean monument. So I didn't know if we'd be doing this quite so soon, but I feel like there's no time like the present. I think it's time to go and take on that ocean monument. So I'm going to brew myself up a couple of potions of water breathing, which I'm fairly certain I should have some pufferfish for. Yep, plenty of those from our little fishing sessions out there on the jungle island. Let's do this. So I'm going to stash these books back in the house, but I'm bringing with me a few leaves and some shears. I'll probably end up getting some more shears just for the sake of preserving the durability, but little known fact, leaves can be sheared instantly even if you end up with mining fatigue, meaning that we should be able to at least block ourselves in using the leaf blocks if we need to, and we can break line of sight with the guardians and not have to worry about breaking ourselves out again afterwards. So I wonder if there's anything else I need to take over there with me. I will take... No, I don't think I need to take an ender chest. We don't need to worry about that. I do want to see if we have any cows down here on the passive mob spawning platform down there. Looks like a sheep and a chicken, and that is it. I still need to do something about those turtles. I was hoping to bring a bucket of milk with me, but what the heck? We will just wait and see if we manage to pull this off. We should be able to take care of the Elder Guardians before the mining fatigue wears off for the first time. The last thing I'm going to bring with me is some doors. I think that's probably going to work out for the best so that we can make a little air pocket down there. Obviously, that still doesn't work in Bedrock Edition, but I'm fairly certain it still works in Java. And I've been pointing out this way the entire time because I'm fairly certain that's the direction in which we will find this ocean monument. So I'm going to head all the way out here to the end of the snow biome over there, and then I think from there we can leap into the void. Now I have Unbreaking on my Elytra. I feel a lot more confident that we'll be able to get there and back without the Elytra breaking and us falling and losing everything. But aside from that, I'm a little bit concerned about this. We'll see how we do. I don't really have much in the way of sharpness on my sword is the only thing I'm slightly worried about, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to get in, kill the Elder Guardians, and get out again. So here we are at the end of the Snow Island, making our first leap into the void. Let's go, and hopefully as we come out here, we should start to see a few objects on the horizon. I am going to go into third person just to check that I am gliding at a reasonable height, and you'll probably see sooner or later that the edge of the map will come into view, and this is something I've noticed as I've been flying around in some other areas as well. Yep, there it is. The border of the world becomes visible. Now, you can't actually cross this border, even though there is actually no world border to speak of. It isn't possible to go further than the boundary of the world, but there, over there in the distance is our destination, preserved in a cube of water, the ocean monument for this map. And there is limited spawning space for Guardians, so they are probably going to be pretty hefty in terms of numbers. Let's make our way down in here into the monument. Let's set our doors down. Let's take that potion of water breathing, and we should be good to go. All right, we're in, and I've immediately ended up drinking and replacing that with a little bit of water. There we go, and we're in. Okay, let's swim up here first of all. I'm pretty certain that the rooms of this monument will have generated in a pretty sensible order, so I just need to make my way to the top of the monument, somewhere close to the center, and that is where we're going to be able to find Elder Guardian number 1. I have a feeling it's going to be up here somewhere. Not too bad. If we end up going up around here, nope, not so much. Around a couple of these corners, and yes, there he is. Oh no, there's 2 of them. All right. 2 of them have made their way in here. That's a concern, and oh boy, I'm taking a little bit of damage from the lasers. Got to be a little bit wary of my health, and oh, respect your elders. There we go. We got a challenge complete, I guess, just from being here in the first place. I got to make sure I can swim away if I need to and recover a little bit of health, because despite the fact that I've got my food on me, I am going to take a lot of damage in here. Yes, that's 1 down. And let's see if 1 to go as well. I wonder if potentially that respect your elders thing came up because I killed a Guardian somehow. I don't expect I did, but you never know. Okay, that is 2 down, and I got some sponge from it as well. Not bad. Let me quickly check what that says. It says, do not kill the Elder Guard. Oh. Okay, well, I've just killed 2 of them now, so that's a concern. What does it mean, don't kill the Elder Guardian? Why not? What is wrong? What is wrong with killing the Elder Guardian at this point? I mean, I get sponges out of it. I can't think of any reason not to. I don't know. I'm gonna continue as normal, and if I've messed up somehow, I'm not entirely sure how, but the map should have been a little bit clearer about that. Looking in the advancements, it says we get Guardian Slayer for killing a Guardian, but we have respect your elders, do not kill the Elder Guardian, and I'm baffled about why. I kind of want to, there is definitely still one in here. You can hear him through the walls, you can hear it in the subtitles. So maybe I should not kill the Elder Guardian, maybe I should just bring buckets of milk over here. I am baffled as to why. There isn't any kind of, like, get every mob in the world in one place kind of area. Like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I'm slightly baffled, to be honest with you. I'm looking for something that, like, maybe you have to make some sort of mob collection somewhere, but I don't know. I'm just a little bit thrown by that. Or maybe we should not kill the Elder Guardian then. There's definitely one still around here, and there were 2 up there in the ceiling, and this guy, I guess I'm gonna leave him? Yeah, I've taken my thumbnail screenshot, and I am going to leave him. I don't know what that means, and if anyone has any insight into this, let me know in the comments, because as far as I'm concerned, I should be clearing this thing out and turning it into a Guardian farm, but maybe there is some deeper mystery at work here, something that we need to uncover, some sort of optional objective I should be aware of, and I'll check the game, like, patch notes and stuff. I will check the notes that they've put on Planet Minecraft, just in case there is something to this, but I guess while we're here, we can at least kill one of the regular Guardians for the other advancement that was there. Let's get one of these guys who's lodged in the corner here, and I guess having some sharpness on me would really help at this point, but I think we can probably still take out 1 or 2 of the stragglers here. There we go, we got our Guardian Slayer advancement, and I think I'm gonna leave. I've got my other water breathing potions, so I'll definitely be able to come back here if I need to, but that sounded like an ominous message that I should pay attention to. So I guess that's it. Oh, there's another ocean monument out there. That's kind of amusing placement out there, but no, I think we're going to wrap it up there, and I think I will head back to the central island if I can find it in the void out here, because, yeah, I'm a little bit shaken by that, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what to expect at this point. Like I said, if anybody knows why I'm supposed to keep the Elder Guardian alive, do let me know, but it says do not kill the Elder Guardian, and I'm kind of inclined to obey that order, to be honest. It could be trolling because the message appeared right when I first got mining fatigue, which took a while. It actually took me until I got into that central chamber with the 2 elders in it that I got mining fatigue. So maybe it's just some kind of thing tied into the fact that you get the jump scare when you first get the mining fatigue effect. But I am curious about what that means. There's a mystery afoot here, folks, and I kind of intend to get to the bottom of it. So for now, I will call it a day for this episode of the Skyblock Survival Guide. I do hope you've enjoyed watching the continuing adventures of the Skyblock series. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye for now.